Hello there and welcome to another video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you want more videos like this, hit subscribe. So I love Dividend, and when I'm investing in stocks, I actively look for dividend. So I thought I would talk about where within the stock market you can find the best dividend. Now before I start, remember, don't invest in a stock just because it pays a dividend. There's a lot of other things you need to look at, and there's a bigger picture that you need to try and paint. So don't think that just because a stock pays a good dividend that it's a good investment. So we're going to start off with the most obvious ones, which are large cap companies. So these are the biggest companies. The reason why these companies can pay a high dividend is because they make so much money, they have such huge balance sheets, they have a very stable financial situation, so they have a lot of money left over which they can pay out to investors. And since they're not growing very fast, they need to attract new investors somehow. And it's not going to be with growth, so it's going to be with dividend. Next one is going to be index funds. This is probably the most normal one. So this is going to be mutual funds or ETFs. ETFs are the best. Most broad ETFs pays at least 2% dividend. And so this is a great way to diversify, get good gains, but also get some good dividend on top. So this is probably the most usual way to get dividend. Next one is going to be bond ETFs, basically. Bonds is where you lend money to the government, and the government pays you interest on that money. So the ETF will pay as much as the bond is paying. So that's going to be like 1, 2, or maybe 3%. Depending on which sorts of bonds you're into. So, if you're lucky, maybe it pays 3% dividends. So this is very stable, very safe. Not a lot of growth in those ETFs, but you do get the dividend, which is basically guaranteed interest rates. Now then we have REITs, which stands for Real Estate Investment Trusts, which is a way to invest in real estate through the stock market. You can look at it as a fund or an ETF for real estate. So it invests in real estate in a given area, and it pays all the money it makes, all the rent or the interest on the mortgages goes directly to you. So most REITs pays like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8%. So this is where you will find basically the highest dividend on the stock market. Now in terms of sectors, right? So in the economy we have sectors like basic materials, technology, utilities, financials, healthcare, etc. And the industries which pays the most dividend, so these broad economic sectors, are utilities, which is going to be electricity, water and gas, basically stuff to make your house run. Then it's going to be basic materials, just materials. So this is oil and precious metals mostly, and all sorts of metals actually. And the last one is going to be finance. So that's basically banks and financial institutions in investments, banks, etc. Now, I'm not going to go into why these sectors pays a good dividend. It's just sort of how it is. There's not a lot of crazy growth in these businesses. It's not like healthcare or tech, where companies grow at a very, very fast rate and trade at crazy multiples. These are more large, stable companies, which again tries to attract investors with dividend. So dividend is good, try and find some, and if you want to know more about dividend, you can check out the rest of the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.